Hi there, and welcome to your tutorial on how to sign up for NoRedInk, which is a grammar based tool that we'll be using throughout our English classes. When you first log in to NoRedInk, it's actually very simple. The URL is literally noredink.com. When you sign up, however, I do already have classes made up for each of the hours. However, each of the class hours has a very specific sign up code that they need to input. When you are first logging in for the very first time, you are going to need to make sure that you go to the sign up button. And when you do that, it's going to give you a couple options here. Now, obviously, you are not a teacher, therefore, you're coming over here to I'm a student. So we're going to click the I'm a student button, which will then allow us to put in our class code. Now, before you put in your code, you are going to want to double check to make sure you have the correct code. If you accidentally sign up for the wrong class, you'll have to go back in, delete your account, switch over to the correct class, and that's just more hassle than what we actually want to be dealing with. So double check that you are in the correct hour and in the correct class before you insert the class code. So just because I'm inserting a specific code for one of the classes does not mean that the code may match the code that you need to insert. So do keep that in mind. Now, with this here, it is case sensitive and it is space sensitive. You'll notice there are actually gaps in between the two words and the numbers. Okay, so double check that. If it says, oh, cannot be found, odds are it's just a spacing issue or a punctuation issue somewhere along the line. So double check your code before you click continue. Now, the great thing is it's going to allow you to sign up with your student email. And your student email is a Google email. So this is going to make things really, really easy. Before I touch either one of these buttons, though, I do need to make sure, is this my class? If it's not your class, then you need to double check your code. Simply click on this button here. It'll send you back to the code page so that you can put in the correct one. However, if this is the class that you are supposed to be in, fantastic. Go ahead and click sign up with Google. When you do that, Google is going to open up a sign-in sheet for you. Now, obviously, do not use your Yahoo, do not use your Google, do not use anything else other than your student account. However, for purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to use a different account simply because I do actually already have a teacher's account signed in. So we are going to sign in. And then we need to complete registration. First thing it's going to ask you, of course, is your grade level. And it will give you a bunch of options. Honestly, it doesn't actually matter what grade level you tell it you are. You're not going to get easier questions by putting in first grade because I already have it set to your specific grade level. So don't try to cheat the system. It's already pre-set up. So when you click your grade level, after that, it's going to ask you about your interests. Now, this is so that the questions you're asked when you're doing your practices relates to you. And there are a lot of options here. And they're always adding more too. So odds are you can find the things that you're most interested in. When you scroll down, there'll be different categories to movies, television, basketball players, tennis players, soccer players, NASCAR, video games, pets, anything you want. However, you will have to complete this before you move on so that your practices are all set up. Don't freak out. You can always change this later. Say you stop liking Drake and Josh and you want to have something else instead. You can always change this. So let's just click a few of these. And you'll notice as I click them, my little green bar up here is filling in for me. And when I have enough, it's going to say, awesome, we're good to go. We've got enough interest. And we'll hit continue. Okay, so this here is what your student account homepage will look like. So after this point, every time you log in, it will take you here. It will give you a nice little hi with your name and everything. It will tell you how many topics you've mastered. It will tell you your average practice score, and it will tell you your average quiz score as well. We only have 2 quizzes in this, so you really don't have to worry too much here. Don't think anything of it for the most part. Underneath, however, you'll see your assignments. Right now, you guys don't have any assignments. Things will get released next week on Monday. So up until then, you won't have to worry about anything. As we post assignments, though, When you come in, you will be able to click on them here, and they'll show up with the due date and the information for how many points they are, and the assignments will remain open until their due date. Do keep in mind that you need to complete your assignment before the due date time runs out, because you will not be able to go back in which to add more points in. However, if you need to go back for practice, you can always go back and click on past assignments to work on them, especially when you're preparing for a quiz, or if there's something that you didn't really get, you can always go back to it and work on it some more. Now, if you need to change any of your settings, if you decide that you want to shift your interest, up here where you have your name, you do actually have a drop-down setting here. With that, you can change your settings. You can change your interest if you choose to do so. You can also go in and change your time zone. Don't do it. It's not going to do anything crazy for you. You can also seek out help on this as well. So if there's something you come across at home and you are stuck, you can have a home option. But here is where we can alter things. So say I want to add on a couple more, or I want to delete some. All I have to do is click to delete and click to add as necessary. There is really no limit to how many interests you can have on here. However, don't get so lost that you just keep piling on interests. Pick the things that you like the most rather than trying just to click every single thing on here. This will keep things interesting and engaging for you as you see your favorite characters pop up or favorite situations appear within your practice sessions. So, congratulations, you are officially signed up for NoRedInk.